Hi, I'm Samara Keller, and I'm here with Marla Turner, and we happen to be mother and daughter. I'm the mother. No. Anyway, I'm here because we want to talk about a book that we have found that represents an idea that God, from the very beginning, proactively created us to love us, and He created everything about this world for Him. It's all about Him being able to love us. And one thing that we found along the journey that has really spoken volumes to us and has resonated with us and stretched us is a book by a guy named Rabe, and it's called Imagine. And I'm wanting you to hear what my mom has to say about that, because the book really dives into, or it complements her years of teaching on love. And it just does that by getting to the source. And so what I kind of want to do is just ask you to share what it is about the ideas in this book that really kind of sparked a new level of growth for you in your walk with God.
Well, one of the statements that just completely stands out to me that he made is, we don't enter into the rest because we believe a lie about ourselves. And he is so wonderful about getting in there and showing you what the lie you've believed is, and showing you what the truth of what God says about you is. So you have these wonderful statements. That's one of my favorites, that it just seems like it keeps going over and over in my mind. You don't enter into the rest. Why am I stressed? Why am I anxious? Because I believe a lie about myself. Okay, what am I believing, and what should I believe? So my age-old question of going, tell me again you love me, is really kind of putting me back into, what should I be believing about myself? What does God say about me? Another thing I love that he does is he kind of turns faith backwards. He talks about it. What does God believe about me? Kind of lay aside what you believe about God for a little bit and just figure out what God believes about you. And one of the statements he makes in here is, see if I can phrase it, you are perfect because your redemption is perfect. Oh, I love it. I mean, when we get to the core of what God believes about us, it's almost like my faith is not up to whether I'm working it up. I just get to rest in what He believes about me.
I heard a recent definition about believe, and it's really complicated, so listen closely. It is to think that something is true. So you start realizing, oh, we put all this emphasis on the mystery of the word believe. Do you believe? I think I do. And it's what you're saying is that there's maybe God has already something just laid out for us.
Yeah.
And that's not complicated. Yeah. It's very simple.
And something He's not debating in His own mind.
It sounds like He's not trying to talk Himself into it. So very.
Does He believe Jesus did a thorough work? Does he believe Jesus accomplished everything He came to believe? Does he believe that Jesus knew who He was? Does he believe Jesus brought this perfect picture of who I am? And if I look at Jesus, He's actually showing me what I look like. It's just resting in what God believes. And when you kind of backtrack it like that, it goes, oh my, that's not hard to believe, that God believes what Jesus accomplished on the cross. Okay, I just rest.
Now, what if people have questions about God and His intent towards them? Does this book, would that help answer questions like that? Because you were talking about how we believe a lie about ourselves. Do you think people believe a lot of lies about God?
Yes. In fact, he has a chapter in here called The Incarnation that I've never heard it put quite that way. It's worth buying the book for. It really is. Just the reason that Jesus became a man, what it actually meant for Jesus to become a man. The fact that Jesus became a man, already right there is this wonderful restoration between God and man. He makes the statement in one page. He says, God gave the invitation to man, and Jesus accepted it. And right there you have the invitation and the acceptance in one man. It's fascinating. And the way he explains is very clear, very simple, and yet you cannot read it right through. You almost have to read every chapter over and over again because it's so sweet the way it explores this amazing character of God.
So would you say this book has impacted your life?
Yes.
Awesome. Mine too. I know we got the book, and I was just reading. I'm like, honey, you have to read this. Mom, you have to read this. You know, everybody, you have to read this book. Oh, just going like into hyperdrive because there was just so much good, so many good tidbits in there, so much just stuff to wrap your brain around, things that we've never really thought of before. So that's it. Signing off.